All right, hello guys. What's happening with my throat? I don't know. Oops. Oopsie, that's me. All right. So, what do we have to do? Only the main quest left. Never fucking mind. Belara wants to talk. Oh yeah, because my game crashed last night. Right, it crashed right at the conversation. Okay, so we have to repeat that.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A
A theme.
theme.
Least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it. We were getting through to Syrian. He almost listened.
I hope you're right, but almost might not be enough. Not when he's killing people.
I know. And Yanarl and Hamuel, they're still sick. But it was him. The him I remember, just for a moment. Then it wasn't. Then he was someone I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
Like it or not, you might have to.
My head understands that. But my heart believes that we'll get through to him, somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can
Hello,
stop them,
Mike.
however we have to.
I'm with you, Belara. All the way.
What's up?
I know, Rook. Thank you. And, whatever happens. Anyway, I should get back.
To work, I mean.
I don't think we have much time.
Did that give me a quest? No, it didn't, right? No. Okay. Let me just double check. Reviso. All right, cool. Let's go. You're interrupting your bionicle research. Wow, what an honor.
Not long till the sacrifices start then.
We did kill Gillinean's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
Then we strike while they're weak?
And we're not letting our people be killed.
No, we're not.
You know the gods best, Rook. The Veiljumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Then we ride, and pray that fate is on our side.
Save the kidnapped Dalish. Alrighty. Oh. I like his outfit. I like his the outfit Lucanis gets. Better than the other one.
Well?
They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
That's a lot of them. It'll be a fight for the ages.
No fighting. You'll get us all killed. You're going to blend in instead. I found you some disguises.
Yeah, I'm sure the qunari will not stand out.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky. Why is it sticky?
Blood.
Lucanis is disassociating.
Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best. And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
Sad but true.
And we'll be your entourage.
I'll go with the Veil Jumpers.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
Sure. I'll just hide my horns.
And the others.
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small groups.
I can't hear anything.
Right? Very insensitive of Strive to tell you to not stand out.
Yeah, very. Like, look at me. I was meant to be to stand out.
Yeah, but I had the exact same reaction when I was playing my qunari. Even as a dwarf. But I think as a dwarf, if you would have the Venatori outfit with the hood, you could pass me off as a small human being.
I guess.
Yeah, because I put my height slider to the tallest, so I'm the tallest possible dwarf.
If I make a dwarf, I would make him the tiniest.
I understand.
Because that's cute.
I thought I saw someone in the trees. Strife and the Veil Jumpers.
I mean, even if the tallest dwarf, you're still way smaller than anyone else. Except Harding. Harding is a little bit smaller than you.
That's cute.
Varric is almost the same height, I think. Varric is also pretty tall for a dwarf. But anyway, disappointingly, in the one kiss you get with Belara, they size you up.
Nice.
No, it's not nice.
Oh.
I'm sized up. I'm not a dwarf.
Oh, you said sized up. You know what I heard?
Yeah.
She sizes you up. Like, she looks you up and down.
I think she does that to it, but no. The game sizes you up, so Belara can kiss you without kneeling down, I guess. Because that would be dignifying.
Why not just have a stool with you at all times?
Maybe I have. Maybe I was storing a stool in my room the entire time in the hopes for this moment, and when the cutscene happens, I just discreetly slide it out from under the sofa. And that's why you don't see it, because I've been practicing. So it's just one smooth motion.
Right.
But this happens with other dwarves and other romances too. I've seen someone on Twitter, not on Twitter, on Reddit complaining that her dwarf also was sized up to kiss Emmerich.
Yeah, I think Emmerich just has a bug where the body type changes, like Bug had at one cutscene.
I think a lot of cutscenes are just made for one body type, human/elf.
Yeah.
Because remember that I was sized down for the Tash scene.
Right, yeah.
In that scene, my qunari seemed tiny next to her, even though he's taller, actually.
They're going after Hala.
We can't do
Just so she can push you against the wall. But I think that sucks, because
We don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
really, how much harder could the rigging be just to at least implement 4 different body sizes to accommodate the 4 different races?
By the way, I didn't look on purpose because that's disturbing to me.
Yeah, it's a very sad scene. I also didn't watch to the end.
I love that Bug was like, haha, that was so funny. I was like, ah.
I sometimes think Bug uses humor as a shield.
But is that true? I summoned him.
Bug.
Bug.
But also, both times I had made this missions, I had Belara with me. The first time, I think, just because she's Dalish. Second time, of course, because she was a love interest. And she also is super sad and like, can we please move on? Like, okay, baby girl, we go.
Oh.
Friend. They return. We'll fall.
Where are the Venatori that have a crash on Rook?
He is next to the guy that Neff has to talk to.
Okay.
The hype squad over here. Please do not stand out jumps into everyone and everything.
What do you think looks like
Oh.
in person? Do you think they smell nice?
What is wrong with you? And have you forgotten which side you're on?
No. I mean, think about if we could turn them. Riding beside a rook, at the head of Devinter's vast armies. I could stab them for you, on the house.
Keep your voice down.
Lucanis says you can stab them on the house.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I've so far I've only seen Lucanis and Bellara's reaction, and Bellara unfortunately only giggles. Doesn't have a real line.
A giggle is a giggle.
The enemies of
Yeah,
Devinter
it
are
might
not
it
allowed
fits her,
here.
but I would have
My
loved
servant
the
is
line
qunari.
accompanying the
Does that
giggle.
offend you?
No, my lady. I was just instructed to.
Tell someone who gives a damn. Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods. But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still prepared.
Lucanis always
Useless.
looks mentally
Out of
checked
my
out.
way.
Yeah.
He's just going through the motions.
It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
A human mage. Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was
Honestly,
saying, Gillenane's
these
not here.
outfits
It's just
recolored
Elgarnon.
could be a nice alternative outfit, maybe different pants.
Yeah. Speaking of recoloring, their mods are out with 3 colors of outfits now.
Nice. It's needed.
Shame.
Yep.
We have unfinished business with her.
Next time I see her, she's dead.
Let's focus on the job at hand. Saving the Dalish.
By the way, the Bionicle Law video, it's actually super interesting. It's entertaining.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm
anyone else
only
here,
2 hours in though. I have 11 more to go.
I feel you.
And it's just really funny because some of the Bionicles are just tiny Lego dudes. I mean, not like classic Lego, but they're still from Lego. They just look like very low resource toys, and then this is a character, and he did this and this, and he did these great things. But while you look at this basically stick figure in plastic form.
Nothing, little crow.
Funny.
When I can make you master of life and death.
Little Crow.
He's making promises. Tempting me.
All I want from you is a blade in your heart.
Little
Yes,
Crow.
when I look at you, I think little.
Yeah.
Well, in comparison to
For
Elgamon,
hundreds of
I
years you
guess.
have mourned the loss of
And
your dragon
taunting someone
god.
by saying Big Bro.
From beyond
as
the veil, I heard your lament and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise.
I wish we had fought that dragon.
Elgarnon, once called Lucicon, and I
Yeah.
have returned.
I don't think the dragon fights in this game are super interesting. At some point I always get stun locked and just have to dodge and dodge and dodge until the phase is over with no time to do anything yourself because you're just dodging.
is obey me.
Maybe that's just
Worship me, love me, and kneel.
I know this
the
magic.
hair.
It's old and dangerous. Mythalinas. It's too strong, I can't break it.
We've got this.
Why isn't my mage Rook helping, huh?
Emmerich is also not helping.
Right.
Trying to conceal us. He'll know someone broke his hold.
Bellara bought us some time, but we have to go now.
I think the reasoning is that Bellara and is naturally familiar with ancient elven magic and wards.
Right.
And Nev is also somewhat familiar with wards because of the Venatori. While Emmerich and you have different
Uninvited
fields of
guests
expertise.
among you, bring them to me.
He's sending the cult after us.
Elgarnon is within my reach. Give me the dagger.
No, we can't touch him now that his archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
Is there a reason you're not using your avatar, by the way?
Because my computer can't handle it.
Aww.
Yeah, Dragon Age, it runs well, but it's also like multitasking is not working. It's a bit better now that I'm on medium settings, but it's still like, even when you use emojis and you see them on the screen, they are lagging. Lucanis is like, beautiful work, Nev. Okay, what about me, boo? I have my entire tits out for you.
He's just a very supportive friend.
Mm-hmm. So supportive.
In a scene that you will not get because you're romancing him, but you probably got in your first playthrough, that's why I'm mentioning it, even though it's endgame. When he is with Nev,
yeah,
and she gets kidnapped during the end scene, you can encounter him in her place in the lighthouse, and then he says something like that Katarina gave him a very expensive bottle of vintage port wine to drink for his crowning of as the first Halen. This is when also Devrin is there. So, and he says, I was planning to share this bottle with Devrin, and now he's sad that this will never happen. And I'm standing there, his crow buddy,
Look there.
of House de Riva, house of the best man ever, Viago.
Yeah.
The man who helped him through his inner turmoil, who helped him with his cousin. And I'm not worth sharing that bottle with her.
Nope.
It's not even I wanted to share this bottle with you and Devrin. It's just Devrin. I mean, I understand why Devrin, but also why not me?
You're not good enough.
No. Maybe it's because I'm the only dwarf in the pros.
I want the interlopers at my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
He's riling them up. They won't back down now.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
I think it's weird that the Venatori are following an elven god. I wish they were like, well, he's actually using an enchantment that makes him look human to them or something.
Yeah, or that he's tricking them into thinking he is one of the old Tevinter gods. Because they even say that the Tevinter gods are not real, they are just the elven gods talking to them through the archdemons or something like that.
Yeah.
So it should be easy for him to rekindle that charade. And then maybe you could have quests where you tell the Venatori, oh, he's not your god, he is the elven god Elganon, and they're like, heresy, and they don't believe you. So you didn't even have to change much. But I think about how the game goes, you just have to add a few more voice lines.
Yep.
And change some voice lines. And for the Antam who hate mages,
yes, they do.
I don't know. I think they also could have conjured up something else. They do have this angle with the Dragon Lord that he likes the supremacy of dragons. The archdemons are dragons. Do something with that.
End this.
What
Look
a
at you
missed
spinning
opportunity.
like a ballerina.
What?
Look at you spinning like a ballerina.
Yes, it's because I am a little crow.
The more I learn about Dragon Age lore, the more I think, Jesus Christ, what did they do? There's so many opportunities that almost write themselves.
Yeah.
And they decided to just make it boring and generic for whatever reason. Sometimes it doesn't even seem like more work. Or not, it's not really more work unless you literally don't give a fuck to even think about this topic for more than 1 second.
Yeah, there are just so much stuff that are a huge disappointment as a longtime fan, and also like questionable. Like, what is the reasoning for the lack of desensitization? We've talked about this.
Yeah.
The extreme sanitization, the lack of the complete ignoring of the racism in Dragon Age, like suddenly.
I was telling our friend about some of the struggles of this game. I think it was when I was almost done with the second playthrough and I had seen all of Belara's romance and was basically blue-balled in that department for the entire game. If you think Lucanis almost kissed is bad, Belara doesn't even have that. You just have that one kiss. Before that, you have no body contact except one hug. So, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but it's typical for Dragon Age." And I said, "No,
it's not.
In previous games, you had sex scenes and whatever. Oh, you don't have that. No, I told you, no body contact. Leave room for Jesus." And then I said, "There's also no racism in the game." It's like, what? No racism.
The romances are especially disappointing because in Mass Effect, they always did that, where the romance reached the peak before the final fight. So you always had sex before the final fight, right? But in Dragon Age, it was great because you were not constrained by the progress of the story so much. Like, you could progress the romance and have the sex was not the, you know, the epitome of the romance. Like, you had sex and then it had more. Which
like the
is, yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't, oh, you had sex, you're done. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It was so much
I
more.
also prefer it when you have a game and then you get a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, at maybe the midway point. So then you have even more game, but now you also have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, it builds more of a connection.
Absolutely.
And in this game, the only thing that was keeping me over water was basically Devrin and his camaraderie. And, you know, especially as a warden, it's really, really good. I can only recommend it. Even for Emmerich, play a warden. Just be a warden.
No, because apparently Emmerich talks so much more to you if you're a Morn Watcher.
I mean, he also has special line if you're a warden.
I don't know.
I know that he has at least one special line for a warden.
I think that's where the Dalish are being held.
But the rest of the reactivity in the game is great. But yeah, Devrin is also, as I talked about this before, is the best companion because he's the only companion who doesn't overshadow you in your own faction, or as what you are. He is not the most Dalish elf who ever Dalished, he's just an elf that happened to be Dalish. But, you know, you can be the better Dalish elf than him if you want to. He will not take that from you. And he will also not be the better warden than you. He's just a warden in a different department, and he is your friend and your comrade. And so you go through this together. You don't really know each other, but you know you're both wardens, so you have warden conversations. And like, isn't it funny to what it means to be a warden? And then you have great conversations about that.
Yeah, you bond.
You really bond. I mean, it's also good if you're not a warden, but as a warden, it's even better. Because you have so much extra dialogue. And then, you know, the whole Griffin thing is even more to the heart. And the whole F-Guard and one. While I like how Viago and Tia talk to you as a crow, but it's not as much as a warden gets. Lucanis especially sometimes seems to forget that you're also a crow. Not always, but it happens. I mean, even if you meet the governor for the first time, you can be like, oh, who is this fool? Are you telling me I've lived in Treviso my whole life and I don't know the fucking governor?
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah. I've also seen someone, to come back to the companions overshadowing you. When the game came out, she wanted to make a Tevinter Shadow Dragon mage, and she decided her whole stick is that she is the one Tevinter mage who is actually not racist and doesn't believe in mage supremacy. But then along comes Nev, and she is just that, but better, because she has the supportive background writing on her side.
We're stuck. Gate's shut, and we can't open it from here.
You've got Venatori headed your way. You hit them, we'll hit the gate.
Speaking of Dalish,
yes.
Apparently, it's I didn't notice it that much. I mean, I was disappointed because in the mirror, you can only say if you pick the Dalish tattoos that you were not a Dalish. You put the tattoos on or something. I don't even remember. It was weird. It was basically telling you you're not actually a Dalish. And you cannot really, like, the game doesn't really seem to know if you are an actual Dalish or not, or if you joined a clan later, or if you are a city elf that joined at some point, or if you're cosplaying. Like, it was weird.
Yeah. I think part of this is based on the fact that every faction can be populated by any race, which on one hand is great because even if a faction usually only has Dalish elves, I can think of reasons why every other race could also happen to be in the Veiljumpers, for example. The downside is that unless there is specific writing for that, the solution that they came to then is that they just ignore your race and background most of the time. But there apparently is some reactivity if you are, for example, a Dwarven Morn Watcher. There are apparently some voice lines where they say, It's good that we have people here in the Morn Watch who are not as sensitive to magic because dwarf.
Yeah.
And there's also another point where Emmerich apparently freaks out about something, and your Morn Watcher dwarf says, "Is this one of the points where I should be glad that as a dwarf I cannot be possessed?" So they did do something with that, which is nice. But they could have done more. And for that, I think when you pick your race and your background, you probably need to put it in the race section. But then you pick, I'm an elf, and then you pick city elf or Dalish elf.
Yeah.
To get some more specific background. Or when you are qunari, I guess they don't want you to be a follower of the Qun, but I don't know. I think they should get an option too.
It would not make sense if you're a follower of the Qun. You would not be in any faction if you were a follower of the Qun.
Yeah. I mean, even that you can make work, because I remember Warden Grey, the first qunari Grey Warden. Even then, I think you could make it work, but they would have to rewrite the entire game for you, basically. Which some RPGs do, like Bloodlines do with the Nosferatu and the Malkavians, if you remember.
Yeah.
But obviously that's more work that modern studios don't want to put in. What else? As a dwarf, of course, you get the option of I was born at the Surfacer, or I was born in Orzammar, but then had to leave for whatever reason. And then you get some specific voice lines with Harding, for example, when she says, "Oh, I was born on the surface," and then you can be like, "Oh, me too," or you are like, "No, I'm from Orzammar," and when she mentions Orzammar, you can be like, "Oh yeah, they're dicks," or whatever, or "I miss Orzammar." It doesn't have to be much, even, just some recognition. Of course, the big thing with Dalish elves is we are fighting the Dalish gods. There should be some reactivity. And something that I wish they would do, I wish most fantasy games would do that, is they would give humans a cool origin too.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I'm not surprised a lot of people don't want to pick a human in these games, because you'd have less reactivity. Most of the time. It's rare that you get a special human option.
Do you even ever get a human option?
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. So people pick the elves, the qunari, and dwarves because it just gives you that many more voice lines and people reacting to you. And as a player of an RPG, you love it when the world reacts to you.
Of course.
Wait. This feels off.
What just happened? Where?
And I think it can work, like in games like this. For example, a human could react to all the elven stuff as the perspective of a human. But I don't think that happens.
Imagine if the game lets you be racist against the elves. Like being like, "Oh, it's all your fault."
Come on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
Yeah, but this would require conflict.
So that is what you're after.
When the Titan thing happens, I don't know, I don't remember if it always happens or if it just happened in my Dwarven playthrough, but Belara feels really awful. Because of what her ancestors, the marks, did to the Titans.
And he's got us trapped.
And I think then only Harding can answer. This game is so conflict averse. I think they could have let a human make a comment about this, but then the conflict just gets resolved in a span of a minute.
Shit. This blight
But at least you would have some reactivity.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is
That's why you need to play Origins more, because you get so much.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Come on.
You are nothing but an insect. Resist if you like.
My noble
have an
lord.
eternity to spare. Shit.
I even think that this game set up a cool point for the humans, because obviously the humans came before the elves. Together with the Titans. We don't know who was first, the Titans or the humans, but ancient humans were older than the ancient elves. So whatever, and the elven gods didn't make the
One
world.
thing at a time. Let's focus on getting out.
So whatever did make the world in this universe made the humans and or Titans first. So there is potential for humans to get a cool origin story too. Because, you know, the elves were spirits, the dwarves were titans, the qunari were dragons.
Can you hear me?
What were the humans?
Solus?
The OGs, I guess.
Yeah. I think that would be cool. I never, if I have a choice, I don't play as humans really, so I don't care.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people don't play humans, but if you give humans a cool, unique background that lets you to react to different things, you might be more tempted.
Algernon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
Because so far humans are basic bitches.
Yeah.
You play them if you don't want any more reactivity than your background.
The Venatori
Look at Lucanis' face.
Do you truly wish to rebuff an offer of assistance?
Who are these
kind
people?
of assistance?
Where am I?
If you can rescue the elves, Algernon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Algernon! Lathaline! Ma banal avanuris! Masaline Algalana!
Didn't need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solus is going to distract Elganon.
You have no power here.
Whoever that is sure got his attention.
Do you know for which ending you're going this time?
I'm gonna fight Solus. I'm gonna punch him.
Do you not want to trick him?
That's a third playthrough.
I see.
Wolf has arrived to defend.
With my dwarf, I couldn't resist the temptation. I was thinking about, you know, redeeming him, but it didn't feel right for my dwarf, who was really pissed about the Titans. I was thinking about fighting, but the trickery ending is so good.
Again,
I hear
you
it's
have
very good.
caged our people, and again I will set them free.
But you are always stubborn.
There are some people, not a lot, but of course there are some people like that, because there's always a contrarian, always, who are like, oh, the game didn't give me a good reason for why I shouldn't let Solus tear down the veil. Yeah, just countless many people dying, but I guess that's not a compelling reason for a psychopath.
The only reason Mythal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed.
I don't know if you feel the same, but at the end of the game, I was so done with destroying these light cysts.
It's fine. I don't care.
I mean, it's fine, but at the final ascent, you just destroy so many fucking blight tentacles. I just remembering at some point I was really annoyed by it. The next playthrough, it's okay again.
We can do this. We have to do this.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the dread wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
I can see the way through. I think Solus's distraction is working. I think this is it. I think we're through.
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
Solus is such a hypocrite.
He is.
He's like, oh yeah, save the elves. He doesn't even consider current elves to be his people.
No. And I think
And there.
in his background, when you relive his memories, there are 2 points that are super scummy. Even if you are like, oh, he changed over the years, those are his memories. The one is where he tricks the spirits into fighting for him into a suicide mission, and when the other guy is like, you are supposed to be better than this, he just brushes it off like, oh, they just died according to their nature, because he doesn't consider them people, you know, or things worth saving, they're just pawns to him. And then the other one is the first one you play usually, is where you go into Gillian's laboratory, and at the end this one elven woman is infected with the blight, and then he's like, oh, it's unfortunate, but I have to do it, implying that he's gonna kill her to spare her the suffering. But you know, this is also psychopathic, because I don't know, he could be like, I cannot save you, the blight will take you, and then talk to her about it if she wants to sacrifice, you know, wants to get killed, or if she wants to endure as much as she can. But no, he just decides for her, I'm gonna kill you right now. And feel really sad about it, because, oh, it's the burden he has to bear. But he doesn't seem to regard her opinion in the matter even a little bit.
Yeah.
You have the strength to repair the damage
And
without
that,
using the blight.
this was all before any veils or whatever. This was always him.
Yeah, I think he was nice, and as time went on, he became ruthless, because he did it all for Mythal, like to get revenge for Mythal dying. Like, he didn't care who was lost.
I don't think he ever cared who was lost, because the only thing he ever cared about was Mythal. For an example, when he gives her the dagger, saying this will bring great pain, but he still does it. Because he cannot say no to Mythal, but it was still his decision to make the dagger and give it to her. And it doesn't matter that he always knew this would be bad, he still did it.
You can use it to make your escape.
Because he doesn't give a fuck about anyone but
Still in place that will
Mythal.
shield you all from Elganon's sight.
Mythal.
Solus, thank you. Let's go! Let's go! Run! Run!
Run.
It's tough being a Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elgar'nan was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything. It really is tough being a Venatori.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranis, Lethalin.
We got lucky. It was close. Too close.
Was it luck or skill? Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elgar'nan sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment for their failures. The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
I should check in with Solus.
Oh, but I don't. Oh, nobody wants to talk. Okay.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well.
Want to hear something funny?
Indeed.
Absolutely.
To see that the history the Dalish
A German city, actually quite nearby where I am. They are really. This is a really ugly city. Anyway, they decided to destroy the skyline even more by electing 4 apartment buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Each building would be in the shape of a letter, and together they would spell out home. And unfortunately, the investor for the building that was spelling M cancelled. So now you have the word "ho" in the skyline.
Excellent.
May have seen the last
Yes.
of the tradition, at least.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
He uses his power to crush any opposition.
Yes. He is far more powerful than I am, and he wields that power like a graceless bludgeon. When I defeat an enemy, it is because I outsmarted them, because I was right. When he does, it is only because he was stronger.
Outsmarting someone and being right aren't exactly the same thing.
Aren't they?
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
I bet Bug seemed in the scene where Sola says, "And I suppose I had you."
Yeah, I think this is also the scene where the game tells him, "You have earned the Dreadwolf's respect," and I don't believe it for a second.
He always says that.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose.
Solas is just an amazing character because
more than a tool.
I think he's laying it on way too thick.
I was wrong.
But for so many people, they are not just convinced that he actually likes them in the sense that they're role-playing it. No, they are really convinced that this is the character who actually respects them.
Yeah.
And he will come around and he's just misguided. But they can fix him. Because he was sad all the
a
time.
Mistake I shall endeavor not to repeat. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion. And when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He was useful. But there were others I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. Cole, a spirit of compassion, I helped adapt to our new world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be,
Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail.
Oh, did you know that the Inquisitor asks about the Rook's love interest only with a romanced Solas?
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I've seen that someone complained that the Inquisitor suddenly asking about their romance seemed off, and then someone else was like, yeah, but I was so happy that at least someone was acknowledging that I'm romancing Lucanis.
Didn't we?
And
After losing
then I was
hundreds of
confused because
warriors,
nobody
it took us
recognized that I'm
centuries of
romancing
trap to
anyone.
do it.
Yeah, it's once again another exclusive thing for
Just
romanced.
when you think the tide's in your favor,
Oh,
it
Solas.
turns right back.
The odds on this were never good.
Because
we've already
Inquisitor,
beaten
who
them
is in
once.
a healthy relationship
have a
with
job to
Dorian, doesn't give a
Two
fuck about
gods
you.
to kill.
Yeah.
We don't get to wallow and whine. Because no one else is taking this fight.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori?
What about the Venatori that were at the crater? They might know where the gods are hiding.
No one will risk being an informant. Not while the Venatori hold power in Minrathous. It's a dead end.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanis?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Finding the gods is our first priority. Following those supplies is our best chance.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Keep your weapons ready. We don't know when the gods will show themselves again. Be prepared for anything. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
You know, another idea I had for Varric while I was playing the first time was maybe, you know, he's holding on because he looks so pale and stuff. Maybe he's holding on, and at the very end of the game, he just fucking dies.
No, I was kind of expecting that it was weird that his wounds were not healing while Hardings were healing. But I assume this is a storytelling device. Look at this. Everyone wants to talk to you except Lucanis.
Yep.
This was a storytelling device because they needed to hold him back for something that would happen at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then you said your theory, and then I'm in the fate, and then like, oh, can't believe Cat was right.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people were actually crying. I mean, I don't have that connection with Varric. But I also think the reveal was destroyed for me because I was like, oh yeah, Cat was right.
Sorry. I mean, yeah, because we've known Varric since Dragon Age 2, so our connection with him is huge if you're an existing fan. I didn't cry because I was like, ah, yeah. But Yeah, it was sad.
We may have freed the Baelish,
Also,
but Elgar'nan
everyone will
only
get
gets
a
so
romance
much slip
scene.
through his grasp. And that dragon, mierda. I've had enough of
After
dragons.
you return from the Fate prison. And a lot of people apparently were like, I just come out of the Fate prison, Devran and Asan are dead, Belara is kidnapped, and I just learned that Varric has been dead the whole time, and then Lucanis comes in to fuck. And yeah, they were not emotionally prepared for this whiplash.
Rook, Evka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Isaiah.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
Rook, I've compiled the last reports from an informant. You remember our talk with Rana? She had a lead on Alia's location. A place called Sanctum Lucanis.
A lost Tevinter temple, right? Does this mean you found it?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Alia can't hide anymore.
Maybe, but getting to her won't be easy.
So, where is this place?
The Mirathas Catacombs, an underground temple to the god of night. It was sealed off and forgotten under a derelict building outside the Thread Market. I've had an eye on the catacombs. Alias haunted them before, but they span the city, endless twists, hidden passages. It's too much to sweep alone. Thanks to Rana's information, I was able to drop the right hints, ask the right questions. Now we've got a sanctum.
Alia's gonna have a bad day.
Fingers crossed. Ducktown's on edge. People are missing. The Threads are putting up a fight against Alia's followers, but they can't last forever. Alia's a powerful blood mage now. If I let her finish the ritual, no more chances.
So, what's our next move?
Meet at the Swan, put the last pieces in place after that. We'll see.
Oh, that's not good. Not even a little bit. Rook, we have to go. We might already be too late.
Slow down. What's happening?
The artifact. Remember how I told you that I'd know if they started another ritual? They did, and it's big. Really, really big. Arlathan big, maybe.
You sure?
Completely. Nothing else explains that resonance.
Did you know that in Inquisition, Sarah is the only companion where you can walk up to at any time and say, I don't want you here, and make her leave?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah.
I
Like
heard
said
that people
before,
find her
Belara,
annoying.
We stop Syrian however we have to.
The resonance just
Yeah.
happened. We might still be able to
For
stop
good
them.
reason.
Height isn't good enough.
If we catch them early enough, before they've had a chance to align the crystals.
And if they've had the chance?
These rituals need an anchor with a physical body, so not a spirit or whatever Anaris
I
is.
dislike
Which
how
means
all
Syrian.
the companion quests
there's
always
only one
pop
way
up
to
after
free an
big
anchor.
main story
Then let's
events
not waste
because
any
you
time.
have so many other who are like Belara. We have to go now. This is important. This is happening right now. We have to be quick. All right, Belara, hold on. Just gonna talk to everyone else, and then you get 3 more quests or so that are also super time sensitive. I don't know. They could have spaced it out a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, what's shaping?
What's
No one
shaping?
says what's shaping anymore.
You don't say that
I
as a
thought it
dwarf.
was a dwarf thing.
Oh.
Yeah, if you lived
I
in
see.
You
Oregon
know the
20
lore.
years ago.
Wow. Just trying to be nice, and what do I get? Sass.
Aw, well, I appreciate it, and I'm doing okay. I think I just need some time to think and sort things out.
Or you just get used to not having all the answers.
At least we don't have to get used to it alone. Huh? I still remember every moment of it. Suffocating under the weight of the Titan's pain. I couldn't see a way past it. And all I wanted was for the rest of the world to suffer too. And then everyone was there. And that's when I knew we'd be okay. That I'd be okay.
You needed a little push, but this battle was yours. You fought and you won.
You showed me that my anger doesn't have to destroy me. That it could be a gift in my fight. And you believed in me.
You know, I think they consider this the more controversial option, but isn't it more healthy to not push your anger away?
Yes, the way they present it to you at first, I also picked the, remember that you love people Harding thing, but with my dwarf I picked also the anger thing. And then the way she talks about it here does make it seem like I'm finally no longer repressing my emotions, doing the healthy thing.
Yeah.
You can't trust Solus. He manipulates people.
But isn't that itself sad? We go to him with open hands, and all he can think about is how to use us. How lonely must that be?
He's planning to kill thousands. He's beyond help, Harding.
Varric tried to talk sense into him. And look how that ended. Even the Inquisitor thinks he's too far gone, and we're past the point of talking. But part of me doesn't want to believe it. Because it means that there's a point when you have to
I
give up on
dislike
someone.
Harding's reasoning here, because what she went through and Solus are so vastly different things. She was basically having a crisis and got over it immediately with your help. While Solus is a chronic manipulator who uses people who doesn't see no one else as his equals. He looks down on anyone, and he did have many chances to change. Lots of people who extended a hand, who wanted to help him through whatever he's going through, but he is refusing to change.
Yeah.
And so it's absolutely not the same. It's saying, oh, but you should never give up on people. Your alcoholic parent who hits you and abuses you your whole life, just try to understand them. See it from their point of view. No, at some point you are absolutely in the need to walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. Also found this, I think it might be different because I chose the option where my rook was scared of Harding's abilities. So I think, I could be wrong, I think she says there was a point where you could have given up on me to my rook, which I don't think she says to the other, on my other playthrough. I could be wrong though.
Do you mean the conversation you just had?
Yeah.
No, she says this all the time.
Ah, fuck.
I assume Veilguard's not
This is what I was talking about. This is why I'm saying what Harding is saying is not. She's trying to draw the parallel between you could have given up on her, so she doesn't want to give up on Solus, because giving up on him means that you can just give up on your friends, ignoring that this is not all the same situation.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't plan on killing thousands.
This is one point, yes. One big point. I mean, she was angry, but then you said, Harding, don't be like that. And then she wasn't like that. Problem solved. With Solus, people have put immense schemes into motion to get him to see reason and to not be like that. And he doesn't want to.
No, but I propose a small group
So,
infiltrate Johanna's lair.
he's still actively planning to kill thousands.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I was looking at a tweet where it was saying that new players don't even get why Solus wants to tear down the Veil. While playing, did you understand?
Stubborn.
Yes, he explains it to you several times.
Okay.
While I quake on
I
your
think it's
threshold.
pretty obvious
When?
that he thinks
If
the veil
I
is a
make
wound
my own
inflicted on
pilgrimage
the
to-
world. It shouldn't be here.
Oh, it's no use
I
pretending
mean, I
this
get
hasn't
more
stirred up
background
that old
information
dread of my own mortality.
about how he thinks the
So
Dale
that's
is
been your
suck,
old roommate, Dal?
but he does
Colleague,
explain it to you as well.
never
You can
roommate,
ask him, you
thank
don't like the
goodness.
Dales?
Oh,
Yeah.
Johanna was never beset by
And
these
then he will
sort of
explain it to you.
fears.
Little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Hey, I got word from my mother. She wants to talk.
Have you talked with her since?
Nope, not since I told her I was non-binary. But her note said she wanted to talk about that tablet we found, the old qunari one. Of course that's what she wants to talk about. We can go whenever you're good.
I'll let you know.
You know, Rook, every time I think I've got a handle on how weird magic is, it just gets weirder.
I'm going to make my scar a tiny bit darker. And maybe also my paint. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And oh, see what I was doing. Okay. All right, what should we do first? We have many things to do. Uh Velara. I think she's the only one that's
Velara.
saying it's urgent.
Yeah. I have to leave in 5 minutes anyway for a session. Yes.
Say it isn't so.
Yes.
Yeah, I also want to do this.
The secret ending.
Mm-hmm.
Targets ahead.
Why are you here? What?
This must be one of those Venatori camps Strike warned us about. Let's take them out.
Nice one, Rook.
There. Got them all.
Oops. I don't know how I missed it, but here it is.
You return. We are content.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Not now. Not yet. We will show you soon.
This just gets weirder every time.
Your rogue is a magnificent ram.
What?
What's this?
You are a magnificent sheep.
Let's clear
Thank
it out.
you.
I'm sure the Veil Jumpers would appreciate it.
We need to close it.
That was the last one. You gotta move.
More trouble.
What was that?
Here we go.
Never fail to impress, Rook.
Alrighty, gonna leave you now.
Bye.
I can't believe it.
On.
Your own cousin tried to kill you. It's just like one of my stories. Danger, intrigue, family drama.
They put that in stories? In Antiva, that's just a regular afternoon.
Do you think someday someone else will try to kill you and you'll suspect Ilario, but at the last minute he'll sacrifice himself to...
Bellara.
Right. Sorry.
What was that?
Do you feel that?
I do. Like a light fever, almost.
Feels like I'm being pulled apart, little by little. Ritual's already started. We don't have much time.
I'm so sorry.
We stop them. Here and now. We can't let them hurt anyone else.
I know. I guess deep down, I thought maybe he'd listened. But he didn't. Let's go stop my brother.
Well, well. Statues of wolves. Made from gold, no less.
Solis probably carved it himself.
That sounds like him. Just imagine. Tens of thousands of elves used to walk these streets.
Look at all that.
The seat of the Elvenon Empire. Until it was all destroyed by Tevinter Magisters and their blood magic.
So what is that feeling?
The tearing apart one?
That'd be it?
It's you being, well, torn apart. Just really slowly.
Ah. Right.
No big deal.
Okay, I was expecting a bridge here.
What's the plan?
Do you see those lyrium reserves by that opening? There should be matching anchors on our side. Let's try linking them.
Let's give it a try. Wow. It's amazing any of the city's still standing.
We're floating.
Yeah. Weird.
Wow, dude, that's weird.
Is this a ruin? It looks perfectly preserved.
Wild magic is like wild weather. It can flatten the building next door and leave you completely untouched. That's what makes it dangerous. It's unpredictable.
Oh, it's what I'm using. Oh no, this is... I bet it will crash here, I don't know.
Okay, the feeling's strongest here.
Maybe it's being caused by that crystal over there.
I think you're right. Let's check it out. Okay. The feeling's strongest here. That hum means this thing is amplifying the magic, sending the ritual over a wider area. Destroying this will buy us time. Or it should.
When we get to the center of this ritual, Balara, I only see one way this ends.
Right. Doesn't look like Syrian's changing his mind.
We gave him a chance. He didn't take it. Now, we save everyone else. We need to get moving.
Right, okay. Be ready. This is gonna attract some attention. Here comes the first wave!
First wave, you're expecting more.
When hasn't there been a second wave?
Good point. Snipers! Nice work,
Thank you.
Nice one, Lucanis.
Where are you at? Hello?
Good work, everyone.
Targets ahead. Stay in cover.
Wow, nice work, Lucanis.
Wow.
Ready when you are.
The music is so weird here, I hate it.
Took them down clean. I don't see a way out of this room.
So we're trapped.
Well, temporarily. Let's disable this crystal and see what happens next. Oh, okay. The feeling's almost gone.
So we stopped the ritual?
No, it's still going, but we slowed it down and bought ourselves a little time.
Then let's use that time well. Damn. Demons.
As one would expect.
Let's deal with them and keep moving. Good one.
Get ready.
They were weak. Next ones probably won't be. It'll get worse as we get closer to the ritual.
How do you know?
I don't. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
I'll make this quick.
What does Inaris plan to do with an army of demons?
I don't know. He seemed pretty focused on his current form. He can't do much without a physical body, so best guess, he's going for one of those. After that, not sure. But I don't think it'll be anything good.
Is it just me? Or is that tingling sensation starting to get a lot stronger?
It's not just you.
The magic's starting to change our own resonance. Align it to the rituals.
And that means?
That we better hurry. Okay, I think it's like the bridge again. You need to link the anchors.
Should be easy enough.
It's never easy.
Is this not work? Ah, is it because I'm using this?
I wonder if there's something on the other wall we could aim the beam at. The wall opposite the door, I mean.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to give some banana to my dog. Can I put it there? Probably not. Okay, so we don't need to have that there.
If we can extend that bridge, then we can knock down that ladder. Should help us solve this puzzle and get to Anaris.
Why is it still? Yeah. Okay. Ah. Wait. Hold on.
this place. It's creepy.
What makes it creepy?
Arlathan usually feels like, well, like it's sleeping. But this place feels dead. Like someone wanted it wiped clean.
Fair enough.
Oops. Yeah, and then I don't remember how to do this. Ugh. No. Actually, yeah, whatever. Oh. Hmm. Oh, we don't need to have that. Okay. All right. Okay, what can I replace? Oh.
Oh, okay, it's not just about linking two anchors. You need to link the right two anchors.
Okay, got it.
I didn't notice that this one was not connected. Oops.
Right. That did it. Come on. They should be right ahead. They're right through here. Syrian and Anaris. Time to stop them, no matter what. Okay. Let's do this.
Well, well, the little lost lambs. Are you here to join your brother at my side?
Balara! I told you to stay away.
I can't, Syrian. Not when it comes to you.
Why couldn't you listen to me?
Did you think we weren't going to try to stop you?
This wasn't what I wanted, or how I wanted it.
Damn it, Balara.
Come now. They cannot halt my moment of triumph. Soon they shall witness my beneficence, as well as my wrath. Now, I shall make your people pure. Now I shall become flesh. Finish the ritual, Syrian. Let me deliver you to salvation. Wait. Something's wrong. This is not...
Wasn't sure that was gonna work.
Syrian? Is that... What happened?
Ivor Siobhan. It's me.
Okay. Glad I don't have to kill you now.
Right. Me too. Anaris was arrogant, confident. Figured he'd had me, so he never checked the ritual. So I did what I could to disrupt it. And hopefully send him back to wherever he came from.
But why'd you do it, Syrian?
I followed your heart. Like I said, it's a good heart. And I didn't want to disappoint you. Not again.
Right. I get it.
We should get going. The energy concentration here is...
Betrayed again. How tragic.
No!
How I've missed the smell. The taste of this world. Once I dispose of you and finish my ritual, I will have succor in the storm.
You took away my brother. I'm gonna make you wish you were still a spirit.
Then come, puling wastrels, and face me! Submit, fools! Bow your head to me!
Rook, we need to break the crystals, or else we can't hurt him.
Working on it.
You will kneel! Your brother was a fool.
You don't know anything about my brother.
He was weak, and he suffered for that weakness.
Shut up! Hitting us from range.
Shut up! Hitting us from range.
I should have come to you instead. You would have made an excellent servant.
I would never help you.
your struggle. Your lives belong to me.
Oh, and the game crashed. Okay.
Not gonna happen.
Brilliant. Why is it so often? Like, not even 2 hours and it crashes.
Submit, fools! Bow your head to me!
We need to break the crystals, or else we can't hurt him.
Working on it.
You will kneel! Your brother was a fool.
You don't know anything about my brother.
He was weak, and he suffered for that weakness.
Shut up! Hitting us from range.
I should have come to you instead. You would have made an excellent servant.
I would never help you.
What? Impossible!
Veilguard, bring him down.
He's weak. We can do this.
No, I will not go back. You will not send me. I must escape. It's I.
It's I.
Syrian.
Is it over? Did we win?
We beat him. Sent him back to the Fate. Now hush. We need to get you out of here.
No. Not this time. I had my second chance. I don't get a third.
I can't lose you again, Syrian. Please.
I'm sorry for Sivan. For everything. Rook. Thank you. For helping Balar. For helping me.
I wish it hadn't ended like this.
I made these choices. No one else. Balar. One last favor to ask.
What is it?
Can you stay with me? Until it's light?
Yeah. Of course.
All right. I don't think anybody will want to talk to me because I've already gotten their quests. Oh. All right.
Hi.
What are you reading?
Syrion's last words? Veil Jumpers had them. He must have known it was the end, one way or another.
Right. I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and I, we had plans. Together. Find the archive, the Nodasterthalin. Restore the elves. Bring them back to who they were. But now he's gone, and I wonder if the archive should go with him.
What do you think Syrian would say?
He told me, actually, in his letter. Or tried to, didn't really give an answer. Told me to remember the beauty, what our people accomplished, you know, back then. But to remember the other side of it, the Evanuris, Anaris.
So not much advice on which path is better.
The archive holds parts of my people, some good, some bad. That's the burden. My people's future on my shoulders.
Maybe that's true, but you can't take it all on yourself. It'll paralyze you.
It already has. I don't want to choose wrong, make a bad call.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
So last playthrough we kept the archive, this playthrough we're going to free the archive.
You shouldn't lose sight of your past, but you're not bound by it. The elves deserve the chance to chart their own course. Free the archive.
Makes sense. I get it. Define ourselves by who we are, not who we were. Okay, I'll free it.
When?
Soon. But I need to say goodbye. To it, I mean. Is that weird?
No. You and Syrian look for it together. I can understand why it's hard to let go of.
I guess I'm saying goodbye to him too. Finally. Okay. I need some time. Alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
Let's see it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Wow, that's so much better than the other one, so much more unique. Very nice. And she actually gets shoes, wow. And a crown, wow. All right.
I'd like to return to Asana Nagat, the mountain where we found the Titan. Will you come?
Is there unfinished business?
No. I would just like to say goodbye.
Okay. I'm going to take a break to eat, and then we'll see if I'll continue today or just, you know, start tomorrow. Just, you know, it pisses me off so much when the game crashes. It like lowers my desire to continue playing. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Goodbye.